guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Christmas, winter and New Year's folklore from different countries. So let's start off with what I think should be everyone's favorite folklore, and that's Krampus. So let's talk about Krampus. Krampus comes from Alpine folklore. Alpine are a group of countries like Hungary, Austria, northern parts of Italy, and Germany. Krampus is a horned half-man, half-goat demon with hoovers and a long pointed tongue. He is known for carrying a sack/basket and birch twigs called ruten that he usually punishes kids with. He is celebrated on 5th of December with stuff like parades. One of those parades are called Krampulauf, also translated to the Krampus Run, where young men dressed up as Krampus runs around and scares the bywatchers. Krampus dates back to the 15th or 17th century. I couldn't get an exact time frame, mostly because different sources said different things, but most of them were around these times. The Krampus nights weren't recorded until 1582 in the Bavarian town of Dessau. It is also widely believed that Krampus can even date back to the medieval times, around 11th or 12th century, mostly because around those times a description strongly resembling what we now today know as Krampus started to surface. Around the late 15th century, he started to get associated with Christianity, Christmas, and most importantly, Saint Nicholas, where it is believed that he is the accomplice to Saint Nicholas, also known as Santa. While Saint Nicholas rewards good children, which I thought was, it was kind of traumatic to find out that he wasn't real. And Krampus rewards the bad ones. I actually thought that Krampus was the one giving out coal, but I found out that he punishes children by, hear me out, hitting them with his ruten or eating them. And what he does to like the really bad children is crazy. He puts them in his basket and just takes them to hell. Yeah, I know. He is known for showing up a day before Saint Nicholas does, so on the 5th of December. I lit up my Christmas tree. Now let's move forward with the next folklore, and it is Grilla and the Yule Cat. I hope I said that right. Grilla and the Yule Cat comes from Icelandic folklore. Grilla is a giant orgus who is also called the Troll Mother. Orguses are female versions of orcs, usually depicted as green, ugly-looking creatures. Orcs, trolls, and orguses are very popular in Icelandic folklore and are a big part of their culture. Grilla is known for capturing naughty children, putting them in a big pot and then cooking them into her Christmas stew. The Yule Cat is Grilla's big, giant black cat with glowing eyes that roams around during Christmas, eating people that haven't bought new clothes, punishing poverty and laziness. He is a symbol of diligency, generosity, and preparedness. The story of Grilla dates back to the 13th century, but got more associated during the 17th century. The yucca was first mentioned in 1862, but was more brought into frame when the poet Johannes Kotlum, something like that, published his poem called The Yucca, and I'm not even going to try to say the Icelandic version of the name because I literally can't. So now it's time for our third folklore, and that is the, let's see if I can pronounce it, Namahage, I think. A Namahage is a benevolent deity or a mountain spirit from the folklore of Oga Peninsula from Japan. I don't know why I said it in a wannabe Spanish accent. It is from Japan. But despite their frightening demon-like appearance, they are the messengers of the gods who bring good fortune and a fresh start to the New Year's. Every New Year's Eve, local men dressed up in fearsome masks, typically red or blue, traditional straw capes called kede, and carry around wooden knives or pails, visit homes throughout their villages, stopping loudly and shouting phrases like, "Are there any crybabies here?" or "Are there any lazy people around?" The goal is to frighten children into well-behaving and encouraging everyone to work harder next year. Families welcome the Namahage with food and sake, and in return, the spirits bless the household with health and bountiful harvest. This folklore dates back to 1804 or 1811, I am not fully sure. And now the fourth folklore on our list is, this video is just about me trying to pronounce things at this point, the Kali Kanzaros. A Kalkanzaros is a mischievous goblin-like creature coming from Greek folklore that emerges during the 12 days of Christmas and then return back to the ground. They are there to cause mischief, playing pranks, breaking things, and spoiling food, but they are driven away by holy water, a constant fireplace or any kind of water, or counting tricks because they can't count over 2, so they can't count 3 because 3 is seen as a holy number, so they will just repeat 1 2 1 2 1 2, but they can't count. They like if you can stall them, then eventually they will return to the ground. They are described as hairy, sometimes half animal with animalistic features like hoovers, red eyes, long claws. They are known for their disruptive, though not purely evil, behavior during the holiday season. It is said that their origins date back to the 17th century. Now it's time for our 5th, last, and definitely everyone's favorite folklore. How can I make a folklore video, a Christmas folklore video, without having our big, jolly red-suited old man. Our next folklore is Santa Claus. The story of Santa Claus begins with Saint Nicholas, a Greek Christian bishop born around 280 AD in Patara, which locates in modern-day Turkey. He was a wealthy man who gained a reputation for secret gift-giving. His most famous act involved dropping bags of gold into the home of a poor man to provide dowries for his 3 daughters. Santa did not always look like a jolly man in a red suit. In the early 1800s, he was often depicted as a tall, thin bishop, or even a pipe-smoking rascal in a green coat. 2 major creative works changed this and created what we now today know as Santa. In 1823, the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, often called There Was the Night Before Christmas, introduced the idea of a chubby plum elf, a sledge drawn by 8 reindeers, and the entire idea of a chimney. In 1860s to 1880s, the cartoonist Thomas Nast drew Santa for Harper's Weekly, and Nast is the person who gave Santa Claus his full white beard, his workshop in the North Pole, and his red suit. He gave his workshop, like he said it in North Pole, because around the 1800s it was like the North Pole was not yet discovered. Like it was discovered, but there wasn't much known about it, so it was a mysterious place for them. And in 1931, Coca-Cola hired the illustrator Hardin Sunbloom to create a series of ads. Sunbloom's Santa was human-sized, grandfatherly and warm, which finalized the standards the Santa image used globally today. There were originally 8 reindeers from the 1823 poem, and their name was Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. I know, it's adorable. Can you believe that? Like, Cupid, Comet, Blitzen? They are... It's so cute. But Rudolph didn't actually come into the picture until 1939. Can you believe that? Our like red-nosed little baby didn't come into the picture until 1939. Almost like almost 100 years later. No, 100 years later. Yeah, it's 100 years. 100 years later. But guys, that was Santa Claus folklore, and I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then please subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and see you guys next time. Bye.